Hello everyone. Today what we're going to do is we're going to look at direct proportionality. By the end of this video you should understand what I mean when I say something is directly proportional, as well as to derive formulas for situations where something is directly proportional to something else. So let's look at this example. A ball falls vertically after being dropped. The ball falls distance d in a time of t seconds. D is directly proportional to t, and we're told that the distance fell is 20 meters in 2 seconds. So what is a formula of d in terms of t? So whenever something is directly proportional, this basically means d alpha t, or d is equal to a constant times t. Write this down if you haven't done so already, because this is very important. Now, for this example, d equals 20 and t is equal to 2. So therefore, 20 is equal to 2 times k. And so therefore, k is equal to 10. Now, for this example though, k is constant. Okay? This means it doesn't change throughout the question. And so therefore our formula is just going to be d is equal to 10t. That's our formula. So now we're told how much will it fall in 3 seconds. Well, in 3 seconds, d is equal to 10 times 3, because t is 3. And so therefore d is equal to 30 meters. But what about if we're told how long will it take for the ball to fall 605 meters? Well, that's also not a problem, because remember, d is equal to 10t and d is equal to 605. So therefore, 605 is equal to 10t, and so t is equal to 605 over 10, which is equal to 60.5 seconds. What about this example? For this example, we're told the weight of a piece of string is directly proportional to its length. So what we'll do is we'll call the weight A, and we'll call the length B, okay? A wire is 25 centimeters long and weighs 6 grams. Another piece of wire is 30 centimeters long. So how much does it weigh? Well, the weight A is directly proportional to B. So therefore, A is equal to K times B. Okay? Now, make sure you read the question. The weight of the piece of wire is A. So therefore, A is equal to 6. And B is the length, right? And we're told the length is 25. So B is 25. So therefore, 6 is equal to K times 25. Okay? And so therefore K is equal to 6 over 25. And so the formula of this question is A is equal to 6 over 25 times B. And that is what it means when it's directly proportional. Now, we're told that the weight, we need to find it when it's 30 centimeters. So, when B equals 30, A is going to equal 6 over 25 times 30. Okay? And so when we do that, we get an answer of 7.2 centimeters. And that is our final answer. What about this example? D is directly proportional to the square of t. So how are we going to find an equation to express d in terms of t? Well, let's look at what this means. This means that d alpha t squared. Make sure you read the question because they do this a lot. They'll say that it's the square or the root or the cube. It's very important you read the question so that we can say that d is equal to k t squared. So now what we need to do is now we need to work out what k is. D is equal to kt squared, and so therefore 80 is equal to k times 4 squared, which is equal to 16k. And so therefore k is equal to 80 divided by 16, which is equal to 5. And so now we can rewrite this equation as d is equal to 5t squared. And that is our formula for the rest of the question. So now what is d going to be when t equals 7? Well, all we need to do is d is going to be 5 times 7 squared, which is just 5 times 49. Okay? And if you want, you can pop that into your calculator to get an answer of 245. What about this one? Work out the positive value of t when d equals 45. Well, I'll write this in a different color. Maroon, sure. D equals 45, and so therefore 45 is equal to 5t squared. Okay, so then t squared is going to equal 9, and therefore t is equal to the square root of 9, which is 3. They want the positive value, so it's just going to be 3. What about this one? For this one, we're told that the distance travelled by a particle is directly proportional to the square of the time. When t equals 40, d equals 30. So how are we going to work out the formula? Well, that's so easy. All we're going to do is we're going to say that d alpha t, and so therefore d is equal to k t squared, squared, remember, it's the square of the time. I was just doing that to test you guys. Remember, read the question. It was the same as this question here. I had to redo the entire question because I noticed that I used weight is directly proportional to the length. I did it the other way around. Make sure you read the questions. Examiners love to trip students up like that. So, that means that 30 is equal to k times 40 squared. Okay? And so k is equal to 30 over 40 squared, which is equal to 3 over 160. And so therefore d is equal to 3 over 160 t squared. Okay? What about this one? How are we going to work out what d is when t equals 64? Well, I'll use a different color here. When d equals 64, t is just going to be d is equal to 3 over 160. Remember, this is our constant times 64 squared. And again, we can plug that into our calculators and we get an answer of 76.8. What about how we work out t when d equals 12? Well, when d is equal to 12, right, 12 is equal to 3 over 160 t squared. So then we need to go t squared is equal to 12 divided by 3 over 160, which is just 640. And so therefore t is equal to the square root of 640, which is equal to 25.3. Because remember, we want it in 3 significant figures. So the answer is 25.3. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video made sense. If you guys liked it, please consider subscribing as it helps out the channel a lot. If you guys want any questions or comments, do ask me down below, or join my Discord server, as it's just the best place to get a hold of me. If you guys want to pass your exams with flying colours and you want to make your parents and family proud, drop me an email to get tutored by me. I can organise a meeting and a quote. Keep on learning, as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.